So we are finally back with the best home screen setups. This is episode 3, and as always, we have 3 fresh new setups to showcase in today's episode. Now, as always, a quick Twitter plug. If you don't yet follow me over there, then make sure you do, particularly if you want to have a say in the setups featured in this series, because in preparation for each of these episodes, I always post a series of setups for people to vote on to determine which setups will actually make it into the upcoming episode. And so definitely make sure you follow me over there using the link down in the notes below. But with that said, let's jump straight into the intro. So kicking off today's episode is Joe's 2-page setup that has been created using Lawnchair version 2. And I've got to say, it is a beautifully vibrant setup that just seems to make a whole lot of sense in the way that it's been configured. Now, starting with that wallpaper, this has been taken from one of my favorite wallpaper applications called Abstract. It's found under the Mountains of Madness set of wallpapers. And without a doubt, this wallpaper sets up this really creative and interesting looking color palette that's been echoed throughout the rest of the setup nicely. On the first page, up the top is a day, search bar, and time widget, and this comes from the Waffle for KWGT widget pack, and this is widget 59. And I don't mind the look of this one here, although it's actually probably my least favorite of the widgets in this setup, but that's because the others look so nice. So below that is a slightly modified date, media, and weather widget. This is also taken from the Waffle for KWGT widget pack. This one is widget 81, and the text up the top originally had the day information also visible, but it's been edited out here because we already have that day information in that top widget. Down the bottom on this page is a single row of 5 application icons, each of which are taken from the nicely designed Gradient icon pack, and the colors of these app icons suit the theme and color palette of this setup beautifully. So then moving over to page 2, and here we have another card-based widget, again taken from the Waffle for KWGT widget pack. This one is widget 104, and it is my favorite part of this entire setup, mainly just for how vibrant and eye-catching it is. In this widget, we have a weather-based card, as well as some battery info. We also have a date information card and a media player card, and each of these launch straight into their respective apps or settings shortcuts, which is a very nice addition indeed. But that's pretty much it for this setup, an eye-catching one for sure. So next up, we have a really elegant 1-page setup sent in by Nishant. This has been designed using Lawnchair version 1, believe it or not, but it's super clean and has been laid out superbly. So that wallpaper has been taken from the Material Islands wallpaper app, which is an app filled with a bunch of fun and unique wallpapers like this one, so it's definitely worth checking out. Now up the top is a day, time, date, and battery percentage widget, and this is an edited version of what is called widget 78 within the Watermelon for KWGT widget app, and each element here has been set up to launch into a series of helpful applications and shortcuts, which you could of course customize according to your own needs. Below that is a little self-made Google icon widget linked below, and this has been placed directly inside that sun icon on the wallpaper there, which makes the widget feel like a very well integrated part of this setup, and tapping on this launches into the Google application. Down the bottom then is perhaps my favorite part of the setup, this unique set of 9 application icons laid out in a 3x3 configuration, and each of these color coordinated icons have been taken from the Abstract icon pack, the dark theme version though, and the only problem with this layout is that to achieve the color coordination on show here, you may need to sacrifice what apps you normally have on your home screen if they don't fit in with the color theme. And then below that is a simple music player widget that has been self-made using icons from the Abstract icon pack, which means it blends in really well with the above grid of application icons. But that's it, a super nice design and a very universal setup that could pretty easily be achieved on just about any launcher. So then to wrap up the setups for today is this 3-page setup sent in by Tomaso, and this, would you believe, has also been made using Lawnchair, which makes this the first ever episode without a Nova Launcher submission. So let's take a look. The wallpaper is just about as simple as they get, and though it may look black, it is a slight shade lighter, and it's also self-made, so it's been linked down below. And whilst we don't get a lot of visual interest from this backdrop alone, it certainly does let the icons and widgets stand out very clearly. What does add back in some interest though is that photo widget in the center there, and this is a self-made widget, and it is definitely what gives this setup some visual identity, and again spices up the otherwise fairly plain looking background. Up the top on this first page is a day and time widget that comes from the Avocado for KWGT widget pack, widget 12 to be precise, and it looks pretty decent and suits every other widget within this setup nicely. Below that are 8 application icons set up in a 2x4 configuration, and these, along with every other icon featured in this setup, have been taken from the Popsicle icon pack, which does the job nicely. And then below that is a custom-made Google search widget, which again suits the other widgets in this setup very nicely. Page 2 is largely dedicated to this visually striking music player widget, and this has been taken from the Sun and Sea KWGT widget pack, widget 79 this one is, and it's big, it's bold, and it adds a nice level of functionality into the overall setup as well. And then below that is a second lot of 8 application icons, although this time the bottom right icon is a folder. Our third and last page here is mainly dedicated to a month calendar widget, and then we again have 8 app icons down the bottom, but that's just about it for this setup. Simple, functional, and an all-round good effort. Now, before we finish up for today, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, Jotform. So Jotform is a super easy to use online form maker that lets you create and fill in forms for data collection. Using Jotform means you get access to a massive range of unique features, including integration with popular third-party services, creating savable forms that users can come back to at a later date, email verification, condition-based forms, plus the list goes on and on. Aside from having access to tens of thousands of easy to use and customizable form and survey templates on their website, Jotform also has an application version available for both iOS and Android devices, and this makes creating forms and collecting data even when offline super fast and easy, and you can even assign forms to others and turn your mobile device into a kiosk station. What's great is that you can actually use Jotform for free, and if you need access to more form submissions or more storage, then you can upgrade for a super affordable price. So place the full power of Jotform at your fingertips and sign up using the first link down in the description below. But that's it for this episode. Now, as always, everything mentioned throughout the video, including the backup files, have been included as links down in the notes below. And if you want to have your own setup featured in this series, then the submission video has been included down in the notes below as well. Let me know which of the setups featured in today's episode was your favorite by voting in the poll over to the side, or by letting me know down in the comments below. But aside from that, that is it. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.